and Ms. Kathleen Gozo. We also have a representative from the Internal Audit Department, Mr. Rogelio.
Good morning, everyone. There being a full series about
Air conditioning units at Siak Transient Building and Staff House, and also a request for PPMP amendment for the among other supply systems.
and motion to approve the agenda for today.
Move to approve, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Approve. Just begin with the first, the bill conference. There's split by ECUs. It will be asked the prospective bidders their queries on the project. We would like to request uh, sandali, may kumabog daw. Ulit lang natin.
Service Development Corporation, we have Kenneth. Savers. Sige, Sir Lawrence, proceed with the presentation of your project.
Good morning, Sir Chair. And good morning for the members of the BAC and WG, also for the prospective leaders. The engineering department present the supply, install, and testing commissioning of the inverter split type air conditioning units at SIAC Project Building and Staff House. For the project description, the supply, install, and testing commissioning of the inverter split type air conditioning units at the SIAC Project Building and staff houses involves replacing older and inefficient units with newer energy sufficient units. This aims to improve the cooling performance, reduce energy consumptions, and lower maintenance costs and help enhance the indoor air quality, reduce environment impact, and ensure the optimal comfort for the space. For the project detail of the project, this was a approved budget of contract of 390,000 inclusive all applicable taxes and fees. The project duration has a 90 calendar days. For the implementation of the schedule, so this is the project indicative time frame for 90 calendar days, which compose of the permits and delivery, removal of existing AC units and installation of new AC units, and testing commissioning. For the minimum qualification of the contractor, the bidder shall comply with the eligibility criteria under the section 52.4.1 of the IRR of RA 12009. The bidder shall have eligibility documents supporting its PhilJEP certificate registration, platinum membership. Also, the bidder must include the NFCC competition pursuant to the 52.4.14 of the IIR of RA 12009. For the mode of payment of the project under the special condition of contract of GC Clause 2.2, the full contract price will be paid upon the completion of the project as certified by the end user and issuance of the end user certificate, acceptance certificate, along with all required documents. For the checklist and tabbing requirements, for the technical component envelope as a Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilJEP registration certificate, a platinum membership, all pages, in accordance with Section 20 of the IRR of RA 12009. It must be valid and at the time of the bid opening. It shall be signed, certified true copy per page. Also on the legal documents, update of general information sheets reflective of the beneficial owner information duly submitted to the SEC in accordance with its annual reportal requirements. The original documents referred to must have an acknowledgement sheets from the Securities and Exchange Commission. The submitted copy shall be signed, certified true copy per page. For the Class A document, under technical document, statement of the prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts include the contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in a nature of complexity to the contract to be bid, and the statement of the bidder's single large completed contract or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under the condition provided for in section 52.4.13 and 52.4.1.4 of IRR of RA 12009 within the relevant period of the as provided in the bidding documents, and the original copy of the bid security in the form of security bond submit also a certificate issued by the issuance of the commission or original copy of the notarized bid security declaration, and conformity with the technical specification, which should include the following: manufacturer sales literature voucher for the inverter split type DC unit complete with control and safety switches, a warranty certificate for 5 years warranty for the compressor and 1 year warranty for the parts and services. Also under the technical documents, the original duly signed omnibus sworn certificate, statement OSS, in accordance with the section 54.3 of the IRRE 12009, and if applicable, original notarized certificate as a secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority of each officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidders. For the Class A documents under financial documents, the prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from the universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. Note for the formula provided under 52.4.1 of RIR of RA 12009 shall be followed. If the applicable of duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already existed or jury authorized statement for all potential joint venture partnerships stating that they will enter into the abiding by the provision of JBA in in the instance that the bid is successful. Uh, Item number two of financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid forms, original of duly signed of accomplished price schedule, under for the documentary requirements under RA 12 Season 9 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certificate for relevant government office of the country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in a government procurement activities for the same item or product. Other documentary requirements under RA 12009, certificate from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. For the bidding forms and technical component, for the omnibus sworn statement, so for reminders, these forms shall be duly signed by the authorized representative of the firm, entity, joint venture, or consortium in case of JV or consortium. Also, omnibus statement shall be notarized. Bidders shall submit the original copy of omnibus statement used for the prescribed format template of the omnibus sworn statement. For the bid security declaration, these forms shall be duly signed by the authorized signatory of the firm, entity, joint venture, or consortium. These forms shall be notarized. Bidders shall submit the original copy of the bid security declaration. For the statement of the SLCC, these forms shall be duly signed by the authorized representative of the firm, entity, JV, or consortium. Be specific on the name of the contract, owner's name and address, telephone numbers, date, contract duration, nature of work, and contractor roles consistent with the supporting documents. The actual total contract value at the completion shall be met at the required experience of having completed SLCC that is similar to the project, equivalent at least 50% of EPC. SLCC should be a completed project. SLCC be supported with the certificate of final acceptance or official receipt or sales invoice issued by the owner. All data on the form shall be correct and consistent. Bidder shall submit the original copy of the statement of the bidder's SLCC. Also, for the SLCC, these forms shall be duly signed by the authorized representative. The bidders must be completed a single contract with a singular. For the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, include the contracts awarded but not yet started, if any. These forms shall be duly signed by the authorized representative. Be specific on the name of contract, owner name and address, date of the contract duration, nature of work, and contractual, consistent with the supporting documents. Supporting documents in the technical component is not required. However, during the conduct of post-qual, the original copies of the supporting documents shall be presented. Supporting documents are the notice of the award, contract, notice to proceed, and the certificate of accomplishment of the project owner or representative ongoing project. All data on the form shall be correct and consistent. Reader shall submit the original copy of the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. For the conformity with the technical specification, the word comply, or comply should be indicate in each line item indicate under the statement of compliance column. All pages should be signed or authenticated, include the certification signed by the authorized personnel and vouchers attached as a part of the bid. Amendments to the bidding document will be issued through bids bulletin shall be integrated in the statement of the conformity or copy of the bid bulletin shall be likewise signed comply. The actual model or brand offer must be disclosed during the bid opening. For the bid forms financial component, duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. This, for, this form should be duly signed by the authorized representative of the firm, entity, JV, or consortium. Bidder shall be submit the original copy of the bid forms. By filling out of the bid form, bidder shall provide a discount in form of amount in figures and in words, including its application and methodology. In case no discount offer, bidder should write none. For duly signed accomplishment price schedules for goods offered from abroad, all data of the form shall be correct and consistent. Bidders with incomplete submission and or omission shall be disqualified. However, when no price or zero or a dash is indicated in a required item in the bid form, the same shall be construed that it is free offer for the fee to the government except those required by law or regulation to be provided for. The bidder shall submit the original copy of the price schedule. For duly signed and accomplished price schedule for goods within the Philippines, all data of form shall be corrected and consistent. Bidders with incomplete submission and or omission should be disqualified. However, when no price or zero or a dash is indicated required item in the bid form, the same shall be construed that the bidding offer for free to government except those required by law and regulation to be provided. Bidder shall be submit the original copy of the price schedule. For sealing and markings of the bids, first, the original technical component with address to the Clark International Airport Corporation, corresponding for the address, and the bid for will be entitled for the supply, installed, and testing commissioning of the inverters, supply, AC, air conditioning units at Tiyak Sanchez Building and Staff House, which submitted for the name of the contractor and authorized representative, company name and address. And attention to the back chairperson, Attorney Rusty Cody, Secretary, and a note of do not open before the time and use the opening of it. Same as for the original financial component. And those two envelopes should be input in the two envelopes into the one envelope labeled original bid. For the copy number one, same as for the original bid, must be labeled a copy one for technical components of the prescribed detailed, same as for the financial component of copy of one. So those envelopes should be put in the two envelopes into one envelope labeled copy one bid. Also for the copy two bid, same as for the copy of one bid. Same details should be input. Also, please input in the two envelopes into one envelope and label of copy of bid. Please label for the original bid, copy one bid, copy two bid. For the envelope should be placed into the main bid with placing of the address to the Clark International Airport for the bid for supply installed testing commissioning of inverter split type air conditioning unit at the SIAC Sanchez and Staff House. Submitted for the name and signature of the authorized representative of the company, name and address. And attention to the back chairperson, Attorney Mystico DC Solitors, and placing a note for the do not open before the time and date of the opening of bids. Submit to SIAC proper tensile. For the overview of the ceiling and markings of it, please go to the overview. For common reason and disqualification, non-submission of any of required documents in the technical and financial competence of the bid, non-declaration of all ongoing contracts, declaration of SLCC not contracted or completed, falsification of documents in the bid submission, some pages are not signed and initialed, failure to indicate comply where it's required in the technical specification, failure to integrate the bid bulletin in the technical specification, or failure to indicate comply in the bid bulletin, incorrect submission of omnibus sworn statement with prescribed form, expired platinum POGEPS registration, falsification of documents in the bid submission, non-submission of proof of ownership as specified in the bid documents. For the procurement timeline, the submission of bids on June 2, 2025 Monday at 10:10 a.m. at the SIA Corporate Office Building, Park 3 Port Zone, and the opening of bids at 10:15 a.m. For question and clarification, please send the email to the Backsec Secretariat at siac.gov.ph.
All right, to our prospective bidders, the ones presented are the common issues we encountered. By the way, ang pre-bid po natin ngayon ay naka-live sa FB. So, FB ng SIA. Kung gusto nyo na lang balikan, yung video na yung proceeding na to natin sa FB page na para mga reminders na wala kayong ma-miss. So, these are the common mistakes lang na na-encounter natin during bid tsaka yung mga important details. Pero as to the project, can you discuss your mismong project now? The ACU project, Engineer Lawrence. Specs. Si Gerson na lang mag-propose schedule of requirements na. So, 21, sige, OPR, kindly discuss your technical requirements. Engineer Jay.
Good morning, members of the BAC and leaders. So for the schedule of delivery, these are the items that we are requiring. First is under the description, a wall mount split AC inverter type unit with a specification of 220 volts, single phase, 60 hertz, 1 horsepower, 21 units. Next is wall mount split AC inverter type with the specification 220 volts, single phase, 60 hertz, 1.5 horsepower, total of 8 units. Following is a wall mount split AC inverter type with the specs of 220 volts, single phase, 60 hertz, 2.5 horsepower, a total of 2 units. Under item number 4, the 1 lot supply, install, testing, and commissioning of the ACU. Under the item number 5, 1 lot removal of the existing and blanking off of the wall opening, since ang mga units natin existing are all window type AC units. So 1 lot po yun. Then next, under item number 6, the 1 lot piping, insulation, and the support. And then lastly, 1 lot power supply and support. So under the technical specifications, these are the location of the AC units for building, transient building. So naka-specify po dyan yung mga item. as well as yung mga required specifications. Then after the transient building, meron tayong staff house. So actually, dalawang staff house po yan. So naka-identify din po dyan yung mga required specification, sizes of the units na ilalagay. And then under item number 2, all units shall be provided with complete control and safety switches. So paki-check po dun sa brochure nyo, dapat nakalagay po yan. And then number 3, standards wall sleeves and mounts. So as per manufacturer's recommendation, so meron naman po yan nakalagay sa mga brochures ninyo. So submit din po yan. And then yung power supplies, of course, but not limited to disconnect switch, which are enclosed in NEMA 3R, breakers, wires, and pipings as required by our local code and standard. And then the complete refrigerant piping and support of the outdoor unit as required by local code. And then also yung 10 units of spare refrigerant. So meron po tayong kailangan i-turn over sa SIAC ng 10 upon delivery of all units. And then number 6, testing and commissioning of the inverter AC units. Under item number 7, a 5 years warranty for compressor and 1 year warranty for parts and services. As I have na-mention po kanina, kailangan po may submit kayong certificate under this item po na to. And then last, number 8, so after the completion of the project, kailangan po kayo mag-provide ng as-built plans for mechanical and electrical na kailangan po naka-sign and seal. So kailangan kasama po ito sa mga babayaran sa inyo po.
Mr. Chair, just a correction po. So the end user explained that the deadline of bid is on June 2, 2025, 10:10 a.m. So correction lang po na 10 a.m. po siya. Hindi po siya 10:10. Okay po. Thank you po.
Right. Sige, let's start with the Q&A. Isa tayo sa mga nandito. Metro Ilocos, Appliance, Sir Jerwin. Any questions? Sa project? Ano yan? Gusto mong mag-inspection? Sir Jerwin, Sir Jerwin is asking for an inspection kasi hindi siya nakabay-makay. OPR?
Yes, sir. We will schedule po a site inspection after this preview.
Immediately after this back meeting?
We will inform them kung ano yung pinaka-available na natin. Date of inspection.
Sige. Mag-schedule na lang. Separate schedule. Ibigay na lang kami separate schedule. Pero, actually, malapit lang naman yung isa. Yung sa transient, dyan lang naman. Yung staff house na medyo malayo. Ano siya sa may CDC area. Dalawang staff house. Coordinate na kayo sa engineering department po namin as to that. Habang nandito na rin sila, baka pwede.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Yun lang, Sir Jerwin? Okay. Thank you, Sir Jerwin from Metro Ilocos. Next, from Boyan. Ma'am Karen.
Good morning po. Since located po to dito sa tatanong ko na lang po.
Yes po. Meron pong VAT. Yes, VAT inclusive po.
Tapos, possible po ba, or pwede ko po bang itanong, kasi since implemented na po sa inyo yung 12009, for yung selection po ng supplier, lowest calculated bid pa rin po ba?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, LCD pa rin for this project.
Okay po.
Thank you, Ma'am Karen. Next, Grade Master. Sir Joseph.
Yes, hello, good morning. Ang ano lang is, can we have a copy of
mechanical or floor plan for the said staff house and transient building.
Yes po. We will provide you po with ano, kapag mag-issue kami ng supplemental bulletin.
Okay po. I think after 5 days, no? Mag-type SBB. After 5 days, mag-issue po kami ng supplemental bid bulletin. Naka-attach na po.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Joseph. Next, Philippine GP. Sir Bernard.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sir, pwedeng mag-survey ngayon, today. Andito kasi malayo pa kami.
Yes.
Manila pa kami.
Sige.
Kung pwede
Meron
kami
naman po. Pwede
masamahan
naman po.
today.
Yeah.
As advised po kanina.
Yun nga. Yung accommodate ka.
After this po.
Apa.
Thank you.
Sir Bernard. Thank you. Sir Edison from Tarlac Mac.
Sir, good morning. Sir, Sir, good morning. Sir, since under po siya ng CBC, so yung ano po ba na permits, meron po kasi siya. So, ano po ba yung kanina po ba yung simple verification? Tapos, inyo na rin po ba? Or may ibang person po?
Usually pag ano kasi pag mga supply of materials lang, mga bring in permits lang yan sa ano from CDC. Pagdating naman sa ano sa SIA, tally in, tally out, tally in.
So, iba pa po yung kinukuha sa ano, sir? Yung tally in and tally out po ba? Yun po ba yung
Sa amin lang po yung sa SIA po yun.
iba pa po, yung sa SIAC, sir. Iba
Yes,
pa po
sir.
yung sa CBC.
Apo. Tama po. Magkaiba po yun. Sa CDC bring in permit ang kailangan. Tally in. Apo. Apo.
Yung tally in and tally out po, sir, sa inyo rin po ba manggagaling yun? Wala na po bang ipaprocess yung supplier?
Sir, magsasubmit po kayo ng ano, yung lahat ng requirement, ay yung lahat ng equipment na ipapasok nyo dito, and SIAC will give a certificate of quality for that equipment po. And then you should be magiging documents po siya pag kukuha po kayo ng pass sa CDC po.
So, supplier po yung kukuha ng permits. Yeah?
Yes po, sir. Kayo po. Under through SIAC lang po siya.
Tsaka yung kasing bring in yun din ang magiging basis ng pag-bring out. Otherwise, hindi mo malalabas kung ano yung pinasok. Halimbawa, meron kayong machine na gagamitin. Hindi nyo malalabas kung wala kayo.
Bali, sir, the SIAC will assist you kung mayroong mga endorsements na kailangan ibigay sa CDC. Pero, essentially, kayo pa rin po maglalakad. Kayo rin ang babayan kasama. Tama? OPR?
Tama.
Alright. Sige, sir. Sir Edison, any question? Okay. Thank you, Sir Edison. Next question. Okay naman? Okay. Sir Kenneth, thank you. Online. Meron ako nakita kanina sa chat. Okay. Open yung chat. Sige. MJL Enterprises, Miss Marilyn Abiona, any questions? Morning.
Good morning po. Yes po, kasama po siya.
Thank you. Yun lang, Ma'am Marilyn? Parang wala. Training. Training daw, sir.
Cleaning of air, housekeeping na po.
Cleaning? Wala. Okay, next. Yeah, thank you, Ma'am Marilyn. Next. ACMI, Office Systems. Ma'am Kathleen. Ito, saan ko na nga ba? Ang tanong ni Ma'am Catherine. Number 1, request for mechanical layout, indoor and outdoor unit location. So this will be issued together with the supplemental bid bulletin. Number 2, kasama ba sa scope feeder lines from panel board to NEMA service breaker? OPR?
Tama.
Answer is yes. Okay. 2.1, if kasama yung feeder line, pwede din makahingi ng electrical layout? Yes, this will be included in supplemental bid bulletin. Number 3, request for site inspection date. Meron po kaming available after this back meeting. Arrange na lang po ng engineering. Sa mga naka-online. Sige po, coordinate lang po kayo sa back secretariat at hahanapan po namin kayo ng schedule. Okay? Kung meron pa, Ma'am Catherine. Okay, thank you. Last, Junri Palero from Goldichi Industrial. Okay. Again, okay, thank you. Again, yun nga yung sinabi ko, naka-post itong preview natin sa FB page ng SIA. So, kayong gustong balikan, panoorin nyo na lang ulit. Further reminders from the Secretariat?
Reminders to prospective bidders. The deadline for the submission of queries and/or requests for clarification is on May 23, 2025, Friday, not later than 5 p.m. All queries should be sent through the email address backsecretariat@siac.gov.ph. All letters and/or notices sent to and issued by the SIAC RBAC shall be coursed through the email address provided. All prospective bidders or bidders are required to provide the RBAC Secretariat their respective official email addresses. Otherwise, the email addresses used by the company in communicating with the RBAC through the RBAC Secretariat shall be considered the official email address of the said company. All prospective bidders or bidders are also required to acknowledge the receipt of all notices or letters issued by the RBAC. The issuance of bid bulletin is on May 26, 2025, Monday, and shall be posted at the website of SIAC, that is siac.gov.ph, and PhilJeps, philjeps.gov.ph on the same day. The deadline for the submission of bids is on June 2, 2025, Monday. Bids must be duly received by the SIAC Records Management Division located in the SIAC Corporate Office Building not later than 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. The opening of bids shall be conducted on June 2, 2025, Monday, 10:15 a.m. at the SIAC Corporate Office Building, Civil Aviation Complex, Clark Freeport Zone, and through video conferencing using Zoom application. Only one representative for each bidder shall be allowed to be physically present to attend the opening of bids. For bidders who shall attend the opening of bids through video conference, they are advised to indicate their company name and full name as their username for proper identification. Bidders are required to submit one original and 2 copies of the first and second components of its bid, which shall be signed and/or initialed on each and every page thereof by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. May we also remind the bidders that the bidding for SIAC projects shall be governed by all the provisions of Republic Act No. 12009 and its implementing rules and regulations, including associated policies, rules and regulations as the primary source thereof, while the terms of reference and other clauses provided on the bidding documents shall serve as a secondary source thereof. The procurement law is controlling and being written into the bidding documents, and is incumbent upon the bidders to be familiar and comply with its provisions. The bidder, by the act of submitting its bid, shall be deemed to have verified and accepted the general requirements of this project, including other factors that may affect the cost, duration, and execution or implementation of the contract, project, or work, and examine all instructions, forms, terms, and project requirements in the bidding documents.
We also put emphasis on Section 61 of the IRR of RA 12009 for the procurement of goods and infrastructure projects. The BAC shall evaluate the technical and financial component of the bids to determine the lowest calculated bid using the steps as provided for in this section. Prospective bidders are reminded that a suspended or blacklisted supplier, contractor, or consultant shall not be allowed to participate in all procurement opportunities of the government for the duration of the suspension of or blacklisting, regardless of the modality of procurement employed by the procuring entity. Bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. BRBAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of a properly sealed or unmarked bid or for its premature opening. Should a bidder decide not to submit a bid, said bidder should justify in writing to the RBAC the reason for non-submission. This provision is applicable to companies who have purchased the bidding documents for the said project. Pursuant to Section 99.1 of the IRR of RA number 12009, the Hope shall impose the penalty of suspension for 1 year for the first offense and suspension of 2 years for the second offense for withdrawing a bid without justifiable cause. Note: caution to prospective bidders. Should there be individuals posing on behalf of SIAC RBAC, DWG, and Secretariat as agents or fixers, the same should be reported to the SIAC RBAC immediately. This shall not be tolerated by the SIAC RBAC. The bidding shall be conducted impartially and fairly, and no favoritism shall be extended to any prospective bidder or bidder. For as long as the same submits complete requirements, the said bidder shall be qualified. That is all.
Thank you, Secretariat. Okay. Once again, thank you to our prospective bidders, namely Metro Ilocos Appliance, Doyan, Trademaster, Philippine GP, Tarlac Mac, Savers, MJL Enterprises, ACMI Office Systems, and Goldici Industrial. Yes, you're all excused. Thank you. Engineering, na yung site inspection. Thank you.